Welcome to the Park Snacker Pod, your source for Disney Parks news. I am your host, Matt, and I'm with my co-host, Katie. Katie, how's it going?
Hey, it is going great. We are just about to into a long weekend, and trust me, I could use it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, happy Independence Day, everyone.
Independence Day, yeah. How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm in a weird, at work, I'm like transitioning to a new team, so it's like,
Hey, me too.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I just got new managers at least.
Oh, okay.
It happens like once a year though, so it's not as unusual. My management flops around a lot. But that's cool. That's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. So, just kind of going through that right now. So that's super fun. But, just ready for the long weekend. Got, we were going in with like nothing planned. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're doing this Saturday, we're doing this Sunday, we're doing this Monday. It's like, oh, okay. I was kind of hoping to relax.
That's always how it happens.
Yeah.
Like I'm always looking forward to quiet, chill weekends, and then I just plan things every day.
Yeah. You know what? Do you know, because the Magic Kingdom always has the fireworks for 4th of July. I think I heard that it's going to be the same fireworks are going to be at Epcot as well.
I didn't hear that. I think I heard that they're going to be doing fireworks on the 3rd and 4th.
Yes, I heard. That's what I heard. They're going to be doing it the 3rd and 4th. Like Disney doesn't really confirm 4th of July dates announced. I don't need a history of all of it. Just tell me the dates. So yeah, July 3rd and 4th, you'll be able to see Disney's Celebrate America 4th of July concert in the sky. So you'll be able to see that over at the Magic Kingdom. I don't know where I heard Epcot as well, so maybe that's not a thing. But anyways, there are two opportunities. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's all history stuff. Anyways. Back to your regular scheduled program. So if you want to watch the fireworks over at Disney World this weekend, they're going to be over at the Magic Kingdom on the 3rd and 4th. Have you ever been in 4th of July for Magic Kingdom for 4th of July?
At Magic Kingdom, no. So when I worked down there, I was there through the summer. So but I was working because I was just a lowly college program kid, and I had no say over what holidays I did or did not work. Yeah. I was working, but I didn't see any of the fireworks or anything. I feel like I remember driving home and seeing fireworks everywhere, but it would have been almost midnight at that point, so I honestly have no idea. Yeah,
no, I hear it. All right, yeah, I haven't been either. Don't ever plan on it. So,
no.
Yeah.
Crowds, not my thing.
Yeah.
Big booms, sometimes are okay, but not in crowds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also on Monday, the 4th, the Flower and Garden Festival is coming to an end. Yeah, that is
the last day.
So if you want to get, if you haven't been there yet and you get your last food opportunities in, go do it. I am, I think I said last time or 2 episodes ago on my trip report, I'm a little disappointed. I didn't try as much of the food and wine options as I could have. But, we're going to talk about, the Flower and Garden options as much as I should have. But, with Epcot Food and Wine Festival coming up, we got lots of announcements that we're going to talk about. I have that for September, so I'm excited to finally dip my toes into that. And it'll be good because I'll be with other people and I can share things.
Yeah.
That honestly was
food.
That was my least favorite part about like going on a solo trip. Now, I was with like my buddy the one day, I don't know if we would really share food. We're not, not family, whatever. But he doesn't eat he does not like sweets or anything. So like he doesn't like eat anything in the parks. He'll have like a meal and like that's it. So I didn't get to try anything. It was just like it was me being on my solo trip, like not being able to share anything. It's great with my wife. We just we could try so many things. So that's what I'm excited about on the next trip. So
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But we have a lot to go over today, so I don't want to waste any time. We have to talk about, like I said last week, they were doing the halfway to the holidays, and we recorded last Wednesday, and I'm like, Katie, they're going to announce, the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party returning the next day. Literally that next morning, they announced it to the world that, the holiday party's coming back over at Magic Kingdom. So we're going to talk about the details there and what Christmas will look like over at Walt Disney World. Then the food and wine festival menus were released, like I said, so we're gonna be talking about that. And then the grand opening of the villas at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. The new deluxe studios were open, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And then there was talk of a train line. Well, not talk, but it was confirmed a couple years ago that a train line was going to be coming from the airport to Disney Springs. That is not happening anymore, kind of, which I'll get into a bit later on. So without further ado, let's get to the news. But before that, let's talk about our sponsor, Park Snacker. It's the free and mobile app that is for all Disney park fans. Park Snacker, download it on iOS or Android. With the app, you can rate, review, and discover over 60,000 menu items at Walt Disney World. You can connect with your friends to see what they're snacking on. Katie, I just saw you posted a few past items that you had today. You could browse menus, which, we're going to be putting those food and wine festival menus in soon. I got to do that this week. You can create custom lists, because what I'll be doing is once I put the menus in the app and they're there, then I got to, highlight the ones I want. I'll be creating a custom list of what I want to eat on my next trip. And then you can do so much more with the app. So why don't you head over to parksnacker.com today to download the app, available for iOS and Android. Again, head over to parksnacker.com today to keep your stomach happy. Was that it?
That was my line. I was so ready to say it.
Oh, no, I screwed it up. Okay.
And keep your stomach happy.
Damn it. I was trying to please you by saying it, but then I remembered that last week we said that you would say it. Oh, man.
One of these days we'll get this right. We've only been doing it for how long?
I know. I screwed it up again. Man.
It's okay. I know. It. Just make sure you keep your stomachs happy. Yeah, I sometimes randomly will just go into the app and rate and review items that I had, a couple months ago, a couple years ago, just for funsies, So even if you have no upcoming trips like I do, just go back and rate and review your old items, because you can backdate it too, which is really cool.
Yeah. We have a date thing where, where you can just, like she said, just backdate it. If you had it last fall, put it in. If you haven't rated your food and wine festival items from last year, go ahead and rate those in, because what's going to happen is the ratings from last year will carry over to the same item this year. So you'll know whether it was good or bad last year. So, sometimes it could be good. Like I told this, a while back, but someone had a cookie from Festival of the Holidays in 2020, said it was amazing. In 2021, they said it was terrible. So, things change, you never know. But yeah, so you can kind of, look at those ratings and maybe get a head start. But hopefully within the next week, definitely within the next week, I'll have the new items up. So
nice.
Anyway, quick update with Park Snacker, because I told you the top 100 list was going in for the Park Snacker top 100. Well, Apple, Apple and Google can be a pain in the butt. Apple especially. So anytime you submit a new version of your app, someone reviews it. Sometimes if you get a reviewer who's like a real stickler, then, they'll reject the app. So something that doesn't have to do anything with the new thing we put in, something that's always recurring. I'm not going to get into details. They rejected it, and Doug is on his honeymoon right now, so we're not. Unfortunately, iOS users are not going to get that update for like another 2-3 weeks. Hopefully less than that. I think he's already been gone for like a week, but yeah. So it's available on Android, but sorry, iOS users, you're not going to get the Park Snacker top 100 for another few weeks, and that's the majority of our base. So
yeah, I have Apple, but dang it.
Yeah,
I was wondering about that, but
I know.
It happens.
Yeah,
you can fix it. It'll be there eventually.
Yep, it'll be there. We just got to get it reviewed again. So, okay, let's get started. Now, the big news for this week, to me it was a toss-up. Could have been the food and wine festivals, but I think the Christmas party returning is big, We already saw the Halloween party coming back in its original form. Now, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is coming back along with a lot of other holiday favorites to Disney World. Now, the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party will return for 24 select nights starting November 8th, going all the way through December 22nd. Again, this is a separate ticketed event where guests can go to the Magic Kingdom for an evening of merriment. I haven't heard that phrase before, merriment. So, stole that one from Disney. Nothing too new here. A lot of the returning things are coming back. The stage show, Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks, Mickey's Once Upon a Time Christmas Parade, the complimentary cookies and hot cocoa, which might actually be better than the food that you have to pay for. I did not have good luck at the last party I was at. The attraction overlays, which to me was my favorite part of the last Christmas party. Jingle Cruise will always be there, for the day guests and stuff. But for the exclusive for the party, is Space Mountain gets an overlay, which was amazing last time. Have you been on these? I don't remember.
No, so they weren't doing the ride overlays when I was working there, and I have not ventured back during the time. But Jingle Cruise, definitely. But didn't you say Space Mountain's like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, like bunch of flashy lights and fun stuff, like rock and roll?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like red and green lights flashing. It was like rock and roll Christmas music. I don't know if it was Trans-Siberian Orchestra. It sounded, if just like their music. So imagine that. But like rock and roll Christmas songs. And I was like really impressed by that. Like that was really cool. Nice. Tomorrowland Speedway, when I did it, that had a great overlay as well. There's all these Christmas trees all set up. It was really fun. Even seeing it from the People Mover, like I recommend going the People Mover and seeing all the decorations on Tomorrowland Speedway. And yeah, it's great. So that's really neat. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I did not do that, so I'm not sure what that's like.
Did they do a monster? So I know they do the Monsters layover for Halloween. Have they done a Christmas layover before?
I'm pretty confident, yes, because it sounded familiar to me, and they would have highlighted it as new if they did it.
That's true.
So yeah, not this. Disney market is new, so I don't think that's I think it's returning.
Well, the Halloween one is fantastic. So if you haven't done the Christmas one, I'm sure it's also fantastic.
Probably, yeah. I love Laugh For. That's such a fun show. Yeah.
Me too.
Mad Tea Party, that's the other one. There's going to be lots of Christmas lights there. So, Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe will have an intergalactic dance party. There's also the dance party that's happening over at Rocket Tower Plaza Stage. A Totally Tomorrowland Christmas. Over at Storybook Circus, there's the Disney Junior Jingle Jam, so a lot of Disney Junior characters. And then says the only thing that's new, in honor of the 50th anniversary celebration, the party attendees will discover 3 jolly new photo opportunities. Guests will also receive a 50th anniversary commemorative keepsake theme for the holidays. So I'm curious what that is, So yeah, tickets for the Christmas party are limited and can be purchased online beginning on July 7th. So next week, guests of select Walt Disney World Resort hotels can begin purchasing as early as June 30th. Now, I don't think they've done that in the past.
Yes, they did that promo for the Halloween party this year.
That's right.
Because then there was a mad dash to book rooms so that they could get the party tickets before it sold out.
Okay.
Which is exactly what Disney was going for because, shocker, they didn't sell out.
Yeah. Well, because everyone wants the first party always. Yeah, interesting. I mean, I assume that's just going to be like deluxe and villa resorts, right?
Yeah, my guess is it's whatever hotels need booster bookings right now or whatever you want. They need more rooms to be booked. So.
I was looking to see the list, but I didn't see it. So
I would imagine it just depends on. I don't know. This is completely a guess. I haven't actually seen it, but I would guess it's whatever resorts are lacking people during that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
yeah, I guess we'll see. But they will have early access to that. So, and then the tickets will range anywhere from $149 to $199 a person. So those are always a bit more expensive than the Halloween party, but these are pretty expensive. Like I remember,
This is
like
way increased from last time, right?
yeah, I wish I had the
Okay.
numbers for this, but I know like I remember like the Halloween after hours party last year was like this kind of pricing.
Yeah.
So, it's a little steep on my on my part. 149 is the cheapest. That's probably like 1 or 2 dates. But yeah. So the dates for this again are select nights between November 8th and December 22nd. Yeah, I always whenever I see the dates, I would always feel like, oh, how come they just don't go through Christmas? But then I think about it, it's like, well, Christmas is the busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
They can't shut like a park down like one,
Right.
for a couple nights. So that makes sense.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, any other comments on the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for you? Because I have a couple. So
I don't really have too many. I'm glad it's coming back. I'm not like this. It wasn't a shock to anyone. I feel like everyone freaked out about it, but like I wasn't shocked. I wish they would have done some new stuff, right? Like they had 2 years off. Come up with some new things to do.
Yeah.
So that's just my only complaint. And then yeah, just the cost is just like everything else skyrocketed. But what are
Yep.
your thoughts? You've actually been to a party. I've never been to a Halloween or a Christmas party before.
mine has like a huge asterisk on it though, because after 8 o'clock it was just raining like the entire
that's
night. So I really only got to do some of the overlays. The fireworks did go off, but because of the rain, the smoke just covered everything.
Oh.
Like you couldn't, like I was like, you can't even see anything here. But yeah, I can't like say, hey, do it or not. The only thing I can say is the food was horrible when I went. Everything I got was mediocre or bad. The Christmas decorations are nice, but it doesn't beat Halloween and fall for me. It's just so much better.
I agree. The one thing I didn't notice, and I've heard a couple people on Instagram complaining about, is they haven't mentioned the dream lights coming back, like all of the sparkly lights on the castle. The dream lights, like the
Oh.
Christmas icicle lights. No one's mentioned those coming back, and I'm wondering if it is because the castle is extra decked out with the 50th decorations, maybe. But
yeah.
like, this dream lights make Christmas on Main Street. Like that's
Yeah.
like. There's nothing better than seeing the castle with the dream lights on. So like
Yeah.
I think they're called the dream lights. That's what I always hear them as referred as. But it used to be, when I was working there, it was like Elsa lit up the castle with her snow powers, and maybe it's something
And
similar.
they didn't even mention that too, because that is
Yeah.
a big thing that like every night, like at 6 p.m., Elsa lit up the castle.
Yeah, and then again at like 10 p.m. or something.
Yeah.
She did it twice. So yeah, no mention of that coming back, which is a super bummer because it makes me feel like they're not going to do it this year because of the 50th decorations.
If anything, it's just going to be projection. You know, it's not going to be like
Which
the
I
lights.
guess it's cool, yay technology. But I want string lights up on the castle.
Yeah, I feel like after the 50th, they'll probably have it back.
I hope so.
Who knows? But it's it's also a lot more work to put up those lights. That's money that they have to spend.
Oh yeah,
So,
Disney doesn't spend money; they only charge money.
yeah. So, oh yeah, just reminded me, Bob Chapek's contract
Oh,
was
yeah.
renewed for 3 more years. So
Yay, we just love him.
I saw a lot of people happy about that. So, I
mean,
did
not shocked,
see.
but-
I did see a few rumors, though, is that now that his contract is extended, that he apparently has been saying that he wants to spend more on the parks than he does with the movies.
Okay, Mr. Bob.
Yeah. So
Are you actually going to finish any one of your projects that you've started? Because you're looking a lot like me, starting 15 projects and not finishing any of them.
I know. We're gonna have Universal's gonna have Epic Universe done before Tron is open. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Anyways, so we have a lot more holiday stuff. I'm gonna kind of go rapid fire through this stuff. Like a couple new things. The park icons will have holiday themed displays. So I'm blanking on the Tower of Terror, the Hollywood.
Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
I will say that Tower of Terror's overlay like projection show is super cool, and I've only ever seen videos of it, so I can't imagine how cool it is in person. But they do that cool little projection show.
Yeah, I hope that's coming back because that wasn't in the notes. Well, I did. I did kind of slim down the Park Icons holiday theme display, so maybe I missed that in the note, but I didn't see that. But hopefully, yeah, the laser projection show comes back for that because I've heard great things about it. And Snope. Yep. Santa Claus, he's going to be all through the parks, Hollywood Studios. He'll be in a motorcade. He'll be on a flotilla at Animal Kingdom. You can visit.
That I'm excited about. I think I'd love to see Santa floating around the rivers of.
That'll be fun. Yeah. You can meet him at Magic Kingdom and Disney Springs, and then he'll be part of the storytellers from around the world as part of the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays.
Those are super cool. I don't know. Did you see any of those performers when you were there?
No.
Okay. Assuming it's the same as it was 7 years ago when I was working there, each country, maybe not every single country, but a lot of the countries had performers who were reenacting like their Christmas tradition stories. Mm-hmm. It was so cool because like you got to experience Christmas time from different cultures, and I loved that. So anyone who's going to Epcot during Christmas time, just make sure you watch those story performers because it was really cool. Like I know I watched the one in Norway, I watched the one in Italy, I watched the one somewhere else. Obviously, it made a big impression because I can't remember, but it was super fun to see like the different cultures telling their Christmas traditions.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't really know much about it. I was just gonna tell the news because I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but thanks for explaining that because I had no idea about that.
Anytime.
Yeah, anything like, I like when the countries do stuff like that. I just hate that I feel like I get such little time at Epcot and I don't really get to enjoy each country.
So here's my hot take. I love the festivals. I do. But pretty much there's a festival at Epcot year round now. Like there's no in-between days. So I feel like I need to spend all of my time doing festival stuff when I'm there, right? Like if I were local, I guess it would probably be different. But when I'm on vacation there, I want to explore Food and Wine, Flower and Garden, all of the extra things they do, which means I don't have any time to explore the pavilion. I can't tell you the last time I went into the majority of the gift shops except Mexico because Mexico is the best. The China gift shop used to be my favorite, and it's huge, and I can't tell you the last time I walked in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm always doing all the food booths and all of the other activities that there is. So, hot take, I wish the festivals weren't lasting so long, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree. I definitely don't spend as much time as I should. I feel like I'm going to try this time just because I'll have my daughter with me. And I feel like the morning is really going to be the time where like me and my family do rides because like there's, food is just not open in the morning, which I talked about a couple weeks ago. So it's like, I feel like, we get all the ride stuff done in the morning, maybe take a break or whatever, come back in like the late afternoon and into the evening and then really like, eat and, enjoy like the different world showcases. Yeah. Enjoying there. So, because I definitely don't, and I definitely didn't on this last trip. I was in and out so quick. So.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah. So, some of the other returning things, the Merry Menagerie of Winter Animals, those are those big, life-size puppets. They're coming back to Animal Kingdom. The first time in forever Frozen Sing-Along Celebration, it will be over at Hollywood Studios. And then at Disney Springs, there will be a magical... Guests visiting the town center will experience a magical snowfall, bringing the spirit of the North Pole to Central Florida. Everyone's favorite candlelight processional will be returning. Something new. So, the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster, the Cosmic Rewind, they have a playlist. They will be able to... enjoy a holiday single while they ride the coaster. So yeah, you get some fun holiday music. Curious what that's going to be.
I love that. I love that they're doing an overlay on the new ride already. That's so cool. Like,
yeah,
that's such a good idea.
Yeah, I think so too. I think people are going to love it. So sounds like there's going to be a bunch because this is a mashup of seasonal jams. So I guess there's going to be another list. And then, photo pass spots as well. So lots of Disney magic or Disney Christmas magic coming later this year. So I will not be there for the Christmas time, but I hope everyone who's going enjoys it. So
yes, for sure. I can't wait to see everyone's pictures.
Yeah. I am. I'm excited for this next part.
Yes.
Let's talk about some food.
Okay, good. Because I'm
wine.
starving. I feel like I really need to plan this better because I'm always starving by the time we start talking about food. Even today when we were talking about it earlier before recording, I was like, oh man, I'm really hungry right now. Maybe it's just reading these menus make me super hungry.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just always hungry.
Yeah, these menus look good this year. Yeah, we'll talk about that. So, everyone's favorite food and wine festival menus were released. Actually, they were released a bit early. Usually, when I see it, they release it a week before. This was like this almost 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks beforehand. So the festival is starting July 14th, running all the way through November 19th. I forget how many days that is, but it is a long festival. Yes. There will be more than 30 locations to get food and drinks, including the brand new marketplace, the Fry Basket.
Yes.
Which I have thoughts on that.
Oh. It doesn't sound like happy thoughts.
Huh?
It doesn't sound like happy thoughts. I only have happy thoughts about it.
I'm just like, mine are like meh thoughts. Like, yeah.
Whatever.
So we'll talk about that. There are a lot of new and returning items. There are 68 new items at
That's awesome.
Yeah, at this one. I don't know how many there were last year, but it seems like there are a lot of new items. I think just because, now that things are getting rock and rolling again, they're able to, explore it a bit, do more exploration in their food studio.
Looking through the menu, it looked like almost every single booth had something new, which is super cool.
Yeah. I was like, dang, okay, they're really stepping up their game this year. So it's going to be so tough to figure out what the heck to eat and drink. So the Eat to the Beat concert series is coming back too. The Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt throughout the park, that'll be back as well. And Emil's Fromage Montage, which is you can go around to different locations and get some tasty cheese dishes. So there should be a bunch there. And you want to collect stamps. After purchasing 5 of the items, you can go redeem a special prize over at Shimmering Sips. So Katie, let's talk food. Let's talk about what we're excited about. First, I want to talk about the brand new marketplace, the Fry Basket. So please tell me why you are so excited about the Fry Basket marketplace.
Because I love French fries. What's not to love? And this is just an entire booth devoted to French fries. It's a very superficial why I'm excited about it. I think they all sound good. I don't know. I think I'm more interested in hearing your idea because I just have very surface level, I don't know, French fries are good. What do you think?
Well, to me, when I'm at Disney, French fries are one of the last things I want to eat just because there's so many other unique food items at Disney.
But the French fries are so good.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Yeah, French fries are delicious, and I'm sure the Fry Basket is going to be really good. But that's just one thing that I'm not going to get because fries are going to fill me up when I should be eating other things. So.
But they're fancy fries.
Yeah, they're still fries, though.
I don't think we're going to agree on this.
We're not going to agree on this. I think if I'm there for one day at Epcot,
I'm going to eat all of the French fries.
I will eat none of the French fries. So
do it for Disney, okay? There's no ending of the snacking when you're at Disney, even if it's French fries, fancy French fries.
I'll get some late night to bring back to the hotel room. So.
Deal. I'll allow
Just kidding.
it.
I'm not going to do that. So.
Fine, more French fries for me.
But everyone's stoked on this French fry basket
because humans like French fries.
I know, because people are boring.
No, they're fancy French fries. Okay,
listen. So my first item that I'm the most excited for, I guarantee no one besides you and I are excited about this.
Oh, it sounds so good though.
It does. So it's the Spam Musubi nigiri with sushi rice, teriyaki glazed Spam, spicy mayonnaise, eel sauce, and nori over at the Hawaii booth.
Yeah.
So when I was at Alani, I had musubi for the first time. And it's literally just like sticky rice with Spam and some like soy sauce. And it's so good. If you go to Alani and get it, you can either get it in the shape of Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse. But all of it, I love spicy mayonnaise. I saw this, I'm like, yes, I cannot wait to try this. And the Kahlua pork slider is also coming back in Hawaii. That was one of my favorite dishes a few years ago. So.
Yep, I agree. This was also number one on my list. Actually, I was very glad to see that you put it on there because my list was already like twice as long as yours. So this was one that I didn't have to include on mine because I'll just piggyback on yours. But yeah, it sounds fantastic, and I didn't even know what musubi is. But just the photo I saw of it online looks really good. Love spicy mayo, love eel sauce, love nori, like all my favorite things. Spam, I guess I've never actually had Spam on its own, but anytime I have it with something else, fantastic, super pumped.
Yeah, please don't let me down, Disney, on this. I'll wait. I'll see the ratings coming in on Park Snacker. I don't care. I'm going to try it anyways. So, yeah. What else? You have a lot here. So, what else are you excited about?
Okay, so we'll skip the fry basket since apparently I'm not allowed to eat French fries anymore, but they all sound good. One thing that was so the Brew Wings booth is coming back. They had it last year, but they have a couple different wings. I never tried any of them last year because they didn't seem all that exciting last year. They seemed like wings.
I just heard they were like pretty good. Like they weren't bad, but they were just
weren't
like
anything special.
Yeah, they
were like the French fry of Disney.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
I guess.
they have a sticky wing with peanut sauce and grape gel. That sounded really good. I love anything with a peanut sauce. And then a sriracha lime wing as well. So I was thinking as I was reading through all these different wings, they need to do like a wing flight in one of each of them, right? Like the fry basket has a fry flight. The Shimmering Sips, we'll never say that one right, has a mimosa flight. I need a chicken wing flight.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But yeah, those two wings sound real good.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to try something at the Brew Wings. I feel like they're going to be at the lower end of my list, but I still want to try them. Again, wings I feel like I can get anywhere, and I know they're fancy flavors and stuff like that, but again, I'm looking for more unique items.
That's fair.
And it's funny because this next item isn't that unique.
I was gonna say, but no, you just keep going, and I'll keep my mouth shut about how much you. Yeah,
I know this is so. My favorite kind of cake is carrot cake.
You're disgusting.
How? What?
Carrots don't belong in cake?
Oh my goodness! Listen, once you put like raisins and nuts in the cake, it's not even carrot cake anymore.
You don't put raisins and nuts in cake either.
What?
Ugh.
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things, but I'm pretty sure I'm not alone here.
Oh, come on, guys! Make sure you message us on Instagram to let us know your thoughts on carrot cake.
Okay, the only reason that you would ever eat carrot cake is when you needed a vegetable dish as part of your meal. Because there's carrots in cake, so it makes it a vegetable.
No, I had carrot cake for my birthday this past year and many other years. That's
disgusting. Why would you voluntarily eat a vegetable in your dessert? I don't understand.
Because It is
No.
good. So, anyways,
You know what you do with
over
carrot
at
cake?
the hops and barley, there is a. Sorry, what, Katie?
Nothing. Just eat the icing and throw everything else away. Go on. Tell me where this yucky carrot cake is.
So over at the hops and barley booth in the American Adventure is the freshly baked carrot cake with cream cheese icing. I hope it's good. This is one where I'm going to wait for reviews on Park Snacker. Because if it's like, dry and whatever, I'm not going to get it. Because the other thing is I told myself, okay, I tried the pretzel bed pudding over in Germany this past year or this past trip. I want to get the banana bread pudding over at Regal Eagle in the American Pavilion.
Ooh.
So I feel like this is on my list, the carrot cake, but I feel like I still need to prioritize the banana bread pudding over this. So it's there, but, I'm really excited about it. I feel like right now it's going to be 50-50 whether or not I get it. But anyways. All right. So why don't we do two more things? I know you have a lot on your list. So why don't we each do two more things that we're excited about?
Okay. No,
okay. Say two more
I'll do
things.
I'll do mine really fast.
Here. No, talk about two more and then run through quickly the other stuff that you have.
Okay. I think the next thing I want to talk about is from Italy. They had a couple different gnocchi plates. So one of them is like a vodka sauce, cheese, and crispy bacon. The other one was like a 4 cheese sauce with mushrooms, I think it was. But I really wanted to try this. This piqued my interest because I feel like Italy always has very like standard ravioli kind of things. So I think it's cool that they switched it up and did gnocchi instead. Also, I just love gnocchi. So I've also never, ever tried anything from the Italy booth because it always has such a long line and I'm just not willing to wait for it.
Everyone loves Italian food.
Yeah. And then the other thing I think
real quick, Italy had something else that I was really surprised about.
Spain had a couple things.
No. What the heck was it? The panna cotta looked really good too. That's what it was. Over at Italy, the panna cotta looked great. Yeah,
that's fair. I never get any of the desserts at the booth. I'm always very savory focused.
Gotcha. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, and then the other thing, I think India had crispy paneer with a mango curry ketchup. I love paneer, so very into that idea. But the other two things I had super quick, just the spicy salmon donburi from Japan. I'm always in to try whatever new creation Japan pulls out. So even though I don't really know what most of those ingredients are, I'm going to try it. And then Coastal Eats has the Rockefeller oysters, which eating oysters in Florida doesn't sound like in the hot summer, whatever. But I love me some Rockefeller oysters. So that's probably lower on my must-try list. But what are your other two on your list?
Well, I don't have the crispy paneer on my list, but I feel like it has to be on my list now. So if you don't know what paneer is, it's kind of like, I guess, cheese. Like it's cheese, but I think it's kind of like India's version of cottage cheese a bit. But it's always in like a square, thick consistency. Chunks. It's a big chunk. So if you get if you go to an Indian restaurant, get like saag paneer or something like that, it's, I don't know the sauces, but it's a cheese and like a green sauce. It's so good. I've never had crispy paneer, so I think I'm gonna need to get this.
Where I used to live, I used to get takeout Indian, and they had a paneer pakora, which is basically like a mozzarella stick, but it's paneer in batter, and it was the best. And I have yet to find something similar. So I have high hopes for this because it kind of seems along the right lines. Yeah.
So I think I'm going to be definitely adding that to my list. That sounds good. Two other of mine that I'm like super excited about: the fried falafel pita with tahini sauce. That is a plant-based option over at the Tangerine Cafe, Flavors of Medina booth. Just kind of super stoked about that. That looked good. And then the passion fruit bubble tea over at China. I was disappointed I didn't get the bubble tea on my last trip. I love bubble tea so much, and I've been wanting to try one at one of the festivals. So I'm like, okay, I got it. And I've been having a I've kind of, I've been liking passion fruit a bit more. Actually, this past weekend, I recreated, there's a really cool Instagram and also website called Disneyfy, where they like recreate websites. They recreate recipes from Disney, and they do like a really good job at it. So I made this tequila sunrise drink that Steakhouse 71 makes, but pretty much it's like pog juice with tequila in it. Oh, so good. So I did that this past weekend. I had the passion fruit, orange juice, and guava in it. Anyways, super excited for the passion fruit bubble tea. But yeah, there's so many other things I'm just so stoked about. Canada has like a maple cheesecake I want to try.
See, my issue with Canada is that's probably the one booth I think that does need a revamp because they have never changed their menu items. And it's always the same hot cheese and filet mignon bite. Hot cheese soup and filet mignon.
Let's see. What do they got this year?
Isn't that what they had this year? It wasn't anything new.
Yeah, they still have the... Oh, then it wasn't the... Oh, the refreshment port had the maple cheesecake.
That makes sense.
Near Canada. And then, ooh, man, that poutine over there looks really good, too.
I do love poutine.
But, yeah, I agree. You're right. Canada has the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup, and then the filet mignon as well. Yeah, but those are literally. Those are festival favorites, though.
Okay, I know that every single festival they have it. It's not even every food and wine festival. It's every single festival.
It's like a different version of it, or something. So, yeah, no, I feel you. I believe you're right.
I know Canada's not that boring. I wish they would do something more.
Yeah. Yep, I feel you. So, man, so many good things this year.
So many good ones. A lot of really good returning favorites, too.
Yeah. Oh, man, the warm chocolate pudding cake over in Ireland with Irish cream liqueur. Yeah, I want to get it. Oh, man. So, check out the Disney blog. They have the full menu there. There is just so much. Be on the lookout in the next week or so, because I have to like manually add this to the website because there's a lot of crazy things they got to do to make sure everything fits right. So that takes a bit of time, and Food and Wine is like a different beast compared to the other festivals. So
there's a lot.
I'll announce on Instagram, but by next time I talk to you on the podcast, the menus will be up in the app. And you'll be able to see those. So, and make sure, in Park Snacker, we do have the Epcot Festival Hub where you can get easy access to browse all the menus. So you can actually, if you want to rate your items from last year, you go in there, look at 2021, look at the booths and, kind of find your items there if you want. So, all right, well, that is Food and Wine. Now, we have a couple of other news stories before we break. But before we do that, any final thoughts on Food and Wine this year, Katie?
I'm very sad that I won't be going. I've been to Food and Wine every year for the past couple years. So
you're going to go.
I don't think I am. That's the sad part.
Oh.
I used to say, I don't think I'm going, but I really don't think I'm going. So okay. It's sad, but it's okay. It's all good. I'll get it back eventually. I'm trying to think. I'm mentally planning a trip in January, so I'll be fine. I'll go to the arts festival.
All right. Sounds good. I'm excited. It's just going to be nice that I have 3 other adults with me.
Yeah.
My mom, my sister, my wife, where we could all just share things. And
I hope you train them really well not to take any bites of food before you take pictures. You need to train that into them.
No, I already talked to them. I'm like, listen, because I need the content for Park Snacker social media. I'm like, I have to take photos and videos of everything. I absolutely hate taking photos and videos of food, but
and yet you started a food app.
I know. I got to do it though. I know. So. All right, so 2 more news items, which, shouldn't be too long here. So I mostly want to talk about this because I'm going to be staying at the Grand Floridian in September. But they built they renovated a building over at the Grand Floridian where they made 200 new DVC resort studios. Now, they just opened it this past week. The new studios feature 2 queen-size beds and a day bed welcoming up to 5 guests. The deluxe studios also feature a kitchenette as well. A kitchenette. It comes with a kitten.
Oh, yeah. Man, I'm totally going.
Yeah. So I've watched a few videos on these. These rooms are nice.
They are swanky.
They are gorgeous. And the best thing about it, they have light touches of Mary Poppins theming. Which is little bits. And that's,
I don't need Mary Poppins' face staring down at me. I just need a couple umbrellas here and there.
Yeah, little bits here and there. They're in the paintings, little touches here and there. It's not like the hideous rooms at the Contemporary with the Incredibles.
Incredible rooms.
Every time I look at those rooms now, I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think they're going to last long.
Man, I hope not. I'm like, you have Mary Blair, a Disney legend with great artwork. You couldn't use that somehow in your rooms. You had to use The Incredibles because it's an IP. Oh, man, I recently watched. I just found out. No, hold on. I got to tell this real quick. I got to vent. I recently watched a video. I think it was All Ears. Okay, by the way, sorry, quick side note. This is already a side note, but a side note on the side note. All Ears, like allears.net, they have a phenomenal YouTube channel.
Do they really?
I just discovered them. There are 2 people that really do a lot of the videos, Molly and someone else, but they're like a lot of fun. And they do like really fun videos. And I'm like, man, I wish I knew about them sooner. Anyways, one of them stayed at, the resort or the Contemporary rooms. And one detail I never knew about in the Incredibles theming, if you open up the closet, it's just in the background on the wall, it's a picture of another coat rack with the Incredible suits hanging from them. So it's like the Incredible suits hanging in the closet with then you hang your stuff. And I just looked at the detail. I'm like, I know kids are going to love it, but I just think it's just like the cheesiest, corniest thing. And you're paying so much money for these rooms. And these should be, to me, at like a much higher class level of
like a deluxe resort.
Deluxe, like luxury. Like I looked at that, I'm like, that's something I would see in the All-Star movies.
So that's exactly what I'm thinking, right? Like, because my immediate thought was, wait, that's actually kind of cute. I like that idea. But then I put it in the Contemporary, and it doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
I would love to see Art of Animation have a Pixar area. Or I guess like a Incredibles area, because they already have Nemo. But like, that makes a lot more sense, because then you could do this super, super heavy IP stuff, and it would actually fit in to where the kids are going to be, right? Because like, I can't imagine there's that many kids at Contemporary versus like Pop or the Art of Animation, right? Like, I imagine there's a lot more older families or couples who are staying there, and they're like not going to be as like, oh wow, look how cool this is. Some will, but I think it belongs as a new building in Art of Animation. Because I like that. I love that concept. I think that's super cute.
Yeah, it's when I saw that, and I'm like, for the Contemporary, really? Yeah. Anyways, so, but the new touches of Mary Poppins in the Grand Floridian rooms are great. Love it. So nice. There's a lot of people that are already putting videos up on YouTube if you want to check it out. The one thing that I thought that was, the downside to this is it has a very small kitchenette. Now, I'm comparing it to the boardwalk that I just stayed at. The boardwalk had a huge countertop. It had a microwave, a toaster, a sink there. This was just a very small space in the Grand Floridian studios where it's just like they have a coffee machine and a small refrigerator, but I think Disney technically calls it a beverage cooler. It's, you really can't put much in it. The one in Boardwalk was definitely like a small refrigerator, and it looks bigger than what is in the Grand Floridian. So, I don't know. If you feel like if you're doing a deluxe studio, I don't know. I feel like they should have made the kitchen a little bit bigger.
To be honest, that sounds like what I had in a standard room at Beach Club. Right?
Yeah.
Which Beach Club's still deluxe, but all we had was a little, tiny size island thing counter
Yeah.
with a coffee machine and a little tiny mini fridge.
And that makes
So,
sense. But this is
for a
this
standard,
is
yeah.
this is supposed to be a deluxe studio. There should be a
Right.
bit more in it. So I thought that was like the one downside to that.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're regardless super nice. And then what I'm excited about, so the 2 bedrooms, I'll be staying in a 2-bedroom villa coming up. They were giving a refresh, but they were not remodeled. So what I found out was, according to, Tim Tracker is a huge vlogger. He was at like the opening ceremony to that. And this is information direct from Disney, which I didn't know about. I learned about this. But every 7 years, DVC rooms get a soft refresh. So that's like curtains, fabrics, carpets. And then every 14 years is like they get like a full remodel.
That's really cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so the 2 bedrooms this year were due for like a refresh. So like there's new headboards, they put down new carpets, new chairs, anything with like, again, curtain fabrics got a refresh. So, but like the kitchen, the appliances are the same, they didn't do anything there. So, but looks, super, super nice. And then the cool thing is, in the 2-bedroom villa, in the living room, they added a pull down Murphy bed.
Love it.
Yeah, so there's that as well. So I'm super excited. I had actually a debate with you because I thought these were newly remodeled, and I got really excited. And I was like, because we're on wait list for Beach Club, and I'm like, should I just cancel the Beach Club because these are newly remodeled? But I talked myself out of it because we're still really looking to be at Beach Club and be in the boardwalk area. So I didn't do it. But then later on, I found out that, this was just a refresh. So I was like, okay, all right, well, I'm still happy with my decision. So,
Good. I'm glad.
yeah. Anyways, super, super stoked. But yeah, these are, this is luxury stuff. This is what a theming should be. With the Mary Poppins things, the little touches, I was like, chef's kiss. Yes, this is how rooms should be done. Because I still think the Polynesian new rooms with Moana, I still think they're not as bad as and hideous as the Incredibles, but it's
still too much.
A little bit too much for me. Yeah. So, anyways, so yeah. Any other thoughts? Any thoughts on you for
No,
from you?
I've
for
never
that?
stayed at Floridian, but I'd love to. I think someday. Maybe. It's not, Grand Flow has never been on top of my list. It doesn't have the appeal that I think it has for many people to me. Like, I'd rather stay at Polynesian. But I love these rooms. I keep watching the videos thinking maybe one day.
One day.
One day.
All right. So the last story of the day, yeah, because we're getting closer to an hour here, so we're gonna cut it loose after this. So back in 2020, Disney reached a deal with a company called Brightline, where they were going to bring a train station to the Disney Springs area. But earlier this week, Disney announced that they were actually backing out of the deal. Pretty much, long story short, when they accepted the deal, the train line was going to go through Disney Springs, but over the past 2 years, the train line kind of direction and where the stop was going to be has actually changed. And the train stop is it's going to be close to Disney Springs, but not in Disney Springs. So Disney was just they kind of just well, why are we going to be a part of this if it's not coming through our territory or whatever. There's probably more politics to that. But that's long story short here, that, people are really hoping for just another way of transportation from the airport to Disney. They could take the rail line directly to Disney Springs. Again, Brightline has confirmed that they will be building a stop near Disney Springs. But again, it won't be on property. But, guests could potentially just take an Uber wherever you need to go. Disney has not had any confirmation yet whether or not they were going to put their own transportation at the stop. I doubt
I doubt
they'll
it.
do that.
If it's not on Disney property, I don't think they would.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But they already took away their transportation from the airport, which so I don't think they're going to do that. But so it'll still be close, not Disney Springs, but that was kind of a big thing that happened. People are always looking for different ways to get to Walt Disney World. And this was just going to be another one, and it still could be. So, but that's the news there. Any thoughts on this?
Well, this doesn't really make much of a difference to me because I never really had the best vibe with this high-speed rail. Because if you are taking it from the airport to Disney Springs, you're going to have 16,000 luggage pieces with you on a train. And then it's going to drop you off in the middle of Disney Springs, and then you have to get on a bus to get to your resort. Like, it still to me didn't seem all of that great logistically. I would just rather take an Uber. So, I don't know. I probably would have tried the train if it went to Disney Springs just to say I did. And I've never been on a train before. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem logistically worth it in the long run. So, yeah. I don't know. This doesn't affect me too much. I didn't really hear too much about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. No, I agree. This is something I wouldn't do. And did I talk about my Mirrors Connect experience on my trip report at all?
I don't know if it was on your trip report or to me, but I think you mentioned because you got in super, super late, right?
Yeah, so I want to talk about the Mirrors Connect. So Mirrors Connect, they did the Disney's Magical Express for so long, but now Disney backed out of that, and you could pay them. I paid $32 round trip. You could use that service or the Sunshine Flyer, which is the same kind of service. Now, I would in this case say there was a train line going directly to Disney Springs. It would still make more sense just to take the bus because at least you could take it directly to your resort. And it's, the train probably more. I don't know how much they would actually, pay for that. But maybe there's stops in between. I don't know. But I think just taking the Mirrors Connect works. So, yeah, I don't think I talked about it on the previous, couple podcasts, but I had a wonderful experience with Mirrors Connect. First I got in really late, so I got in I think 11 o'clock. I got to the bus area. Same exact thing as the Magical Express. It works the same way. You go to the same exact area, you get in line. I check in. They gave me a free bag as well. That was pretty cool, like a free drawstring bag.
Oh.
They were super welcome. Like the people working there were super welcoming, so friendly, just so nice. I got on my bus. There were already a few people on there. We waited probably another 5 minutes, and then we were on our way. I was the second or third stop. I can't remember. Within 45 minutes, I was at the resort. If you took an Uber or Lyft, maybe it's faster, but I saw so many cars going into the airport where I'm like, oh, maybe my Uber or Lyft would just get stuck and it would take a while. I don't know. So maybe it would take as long, maybe it would take shorter. I don't know. But either way, I saved a ton of money by taking the bus. Now I have never taken the Magical Express back to the airport. I've only ever taken it to Disney World. Now, have you taken it, the Tragical Express?
I have.
Okay, were they always on the big buses? Were you on the big transport buses?
It kind of depended. It wasn't always the same Magical Express bus. Sometimes it was just a standard charter bus. Well, no, that's not true. It was always.
But was it a big charter? No matter what, was it a big charter bus that always picked you up?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if this is something new with Mirrors because I've never taken it, but anytime I've seen the Tragical Express and people are getting on, it's always been a big charter bus. Mm-hmm. They actually picked me up in a small, it's not a minivan, but one of those small kind of transport
passenger
trucks.
Vans, yeah.
Yeah, small passenger vans that fit 10 people. So yeah, the guy, picked me up at like 4 or like 5:45 in the morning, on time. Right, like they were, they texted you and you could see their location of where they are and when they're going to be there. It worked out really well. I got in. They went to 2 other resorts and picked up, more people. So that made my trip a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter. It was fine. It worked out. But it was just a great experience overall. The guy was like super friendly, and it was great not having to like be on a transport bus. I was pretty comfortable in the passenger van, but it was great. Mears Connect was awesome. Like it felt, I don't know, it just quick, easy, convenient, cheap. $32 round trip per person, even cheaper for kids. Like, it was great if you're looking for a good transportation option. I just wanted to talk about my experience because I don't think I really went in depth with it on the past couple episodes. But
yeah, we had a good experience with it too. I mean, it's pretty much same as you. No issues. Everyone was super nice. My bus driver wasn't very great. Like, he was trying to make jokes and they weren't hitting. But I think that was just... maybe he was having a bad day. I don't know. But he was trying to tell a story. And he was like trying to tell Disney facts. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, that's not right. But okay. Good try. But besides that, yeah, they were on time. It was a quick trip. It is cheap. But yeah, I think for your, like, I've always seen big buses too. But since you were leaving so early in the morning, it's probably just based on how many pickups they have. And at 5 a.m., they probably only had a handful, so there's no reason to get the big old bus. They just got the small one.
Nope. Yeah, you're probably absolutely right on that one. So
yeah.
But yeah, fun stuff. I don't know. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. What do you think?
I think so. I think it's time for me to finally go eat food now that we spent so long talking about food before.
This has been another long episode. Just fun stuff happening at Disney coming up.
I know. So many cool things. It's a very exciting time.
But, all right. Well, Katie, where can we find you?
Oh, well, you guys can come hang out with me over at Magically Mootsy on Instagram and on Park Snacker.
All right. Visit parksnacker.com today. Make sure you download Park Snacker, the app where you can rate and review over 60,000 menu items at Walt Disney World. You can find all of our social media links over there. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all Park Snacker, YouTube as well. So, check us out. This podcast is also in video form, so you can watch us on Spotify or on YouTube. Either one over there. And Katie, anything else am I missing here?
I don't know. I got distracted by waving at the camera for anyone who's watching the video stream.
But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. Have a great, if you're in the States, have a happy 4th of July and enjoy the long weekend. So, Katie, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.